Hey, hey, my friends, it's Jen Pittabach with By the Shore Stamping. Welcome into another video from my channel. Hopefully you guys had a nice long weekend. I am back at it and I'm playing once again with the Sweetest Cherries bundle. I am so in love with this bundle. I just can't put it down. It's just so much fun. So let me actually start by showing you the Stamp of the Month class I have tonight, which is currently, or to this month, it's actually June. We're registering early because I'm leaving on vacation in June, so I want to make sure I can get everything set and ready to go before we leave. But this is the club cards for June featuring the Sweetest Cherries bundle. This is open for registration right now. I'll put the link in the description of the video, but I just thought I'd share with you those. And then we're going to make a little window card today. So I will go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead. I'm starting with a 8.5 by 5.5 inch piece of Pool Party cardstock. And this is one of my favorite colors. I love this color. It's kind of almost like a neutral in some senses because it just works with everything, I think. I've already die cut a window from this. It's 3 1/4 by 5 inches, and I die cut a window using the new Stylish Shapes dies. I love these. So those were used to create this, and it's going to be kind of like a little bit of a window here for that. But before I do that, let's go ahead and do a little bit of background stamping here. So I'm going to use this little like basket weave pattern. I'm going to stamp off though, and I'm going to go ahead and just add a little bit of texture along the edges here. Okay, and let's do a little up here, and we'll do a little down here. Okay, do I want some? I guess we'll do a little at the top and a little at the bottom. There. Okay, so it's just going to give a little bit of background there so you can see that. Now I'm also going to have a little scrap piece of white, which is going to go back here. And then this will layer on top. I'm going to pop that up. But before I do that, let's go ahead and do the other elements of this. So first off, I'm going to stamp the Sweet from this stamp set using Sweet Sorbet. It's one of my go-to colors right now. Okay, and I am gonna fussy cut this. I know, groans, but let me show you a little trick. So this was a trick I actually learned from a friend of mine, Erica, who taught me this a long time ago actually. But if you want to fussy cut letters and you're not used to like kind of doing a nice rounded bubble kind of layer, I will just go ahead and pre-draw a little bubble right around my words with a pencil. This just gives you something to follow when you're cutting, and it gives you a little bit more control, I think, just because you don't get all wonky, right? Because you're following this line. I cut just inside the pencil mark so that I don't have to go back and erase anything, but it just gives yourself something to follow rather than kind of having to make it up on the fly, right? If you don't cut exactly in the line, it's fine. We can go back and erase any of that. I'm gonna just cut off this because it's too much extra. And again, whenever you're fussy cutting, you want to make sure you are moving your scissors and not, I'm sorry, moving your paper and not your scissors. So as you can see, I'm twirling this paper, I'm getting it to go where I want it to, and I'm just kind of letting my scissors be stationary. Whoops, that was kind of pointy. Here we go. Just follow along on the lines. You could, kind of go right up against the letters too. I want just kind of a little bit of a buffer, I think. Alright, we'll see. I have the idea or the design of this in my head, but I didn't create a sample one first, so sometimes it doesn't always come out the way I anticipated, so I may end up switching it up. But we'll make it work. All right, so there's my little sentiment. So I'm thinking I'm going to pop that up here on top, which means I want to stamp the other part of it underneath here. So I'm going to use some Memento Black, and I'm going to use the friend here. So let's just see. It's going to just fit in here. So maybe, where's my stamp set? I'm wondering, yeah, I'm gonna just do Sweet Friend. We're gonna make it work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this in the position. I'm going to go ahead, ink this up, and we're gonna stamp it right here in the circle, like that. Okay, perfect, beauteous. Then we're gonna layer this kind of on top, maybe off to the side a little bit. I feel like that's crooked a little bit, but it's okay because I can straighten it out underneath and nobody will know, which is the beauty, right? So that's gonna go like this. Okay, so that's gonna get popped up like that. Maybe like that, so that D goes right into that little thing there. Okay, or maybe I want to do it. I want to kind of tuck it in a little closer. I like my words to be close. So maybe like that. All right, but I know the friend is in a good spot, so what I'm going to do, before I lose that positioning, which I just moved it, and I moved it again, I want that right there. So it doesn't really matter where the white is right now. I just want to make sure I get that taped down how I wanted it. Okay. Oops. I put that way too far up. Oh goodness. I got a little zealous here. The good thing about the Stampin' Seal Plus, it's like little tracks of tape, so you can kind of peel it up. So that's what I'm going to do, and we'll try that again. I made a video earlier for my membership club, and I am clearly not in, I'm still on like weekend mode or something because I'm struggling today, you guys. All right, there we go. So there's that. Now I'm going to pop this up on here, but I'm not going to do that quite yet because I think I want to maybe put some ribbon or something. So let's go ahead and pop this up first, if I can find what I did with my dimensionals, which I lost again. I don't know how things go missing so easily when there's not really anything on my desk. Does anybody know how that happens? Oh, they're right here. I got them. Okay. So let's go ahead. And I probably should have put it up a little bit further because I was gonna add some cherries here, but we'll make it work, you guys. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pop this into place right about there. Looks good. Okay. Now, what I want to do is build a couple of cherries to go on here. So we're going to use our punch. And I'm going to punch out, maybe we'll just do one. We'll see. I'm going to punch out one of these. I don't know that I'll have room for two. But let's go ahead and punch out the ingredients for two. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of leaves. And a couple of stems. Using crumb cake for the stems. I'm actually using Granny Apple Green for the leaves, whereas this is Parakeet Party. I did that on purpose. I kind of like the shades of the same color. Alright, so there's that. Now we can add a little bit of, let's just use Tombow glue today. Sometimes I use a mini glue dot, but let's just use Tombow. Hopefully it's working okay. Let me pull this gunk out and we'll get that moving on a scrap piece. so you don't have any accidents on your project. Why, oh why is everything rebelling against me today? I need my push pin, which I don't have handy. We'll try one more time and then I'll just go to glue dots. Alright, so this, oh, did it want to work? There it goes. Oh, look at that. I was just about to give up on it. Alright, so I'm going to just use a little bit of Tombow glue. There. Whoop. And we'll add the other one here as well. Just a little dabble do you guys. That's how we get ourselves in trouble with Tombow, is when we use too much. It will work. It slides a little bit at first, but that is totally normal. I'm going to add a little bit here, and we'll just tuck that under here. Okay. Before I put the other one on, let's just see how we're going to do this. So I'm thinking kind of like this. Okay. Maybe we'll stick that under like that. So we'll put that one under, and maybe we can do another one like this. And we'll stick the little leaf here again. Maybe I should put 2 on that one. Alright, so I'm just going to tuck that under there, like that. Okay, I'm going to probably pop this one. So that's going to go like that. I do feel like I need a little bit of ribbon or something, so I'm going to go ahead and use some white baker's twine because I have it handy. So I'm going to go ahead and tie a little bow on this left side. So we'll wrap this around twice. Move it down a little bit. I always like to, as I say every time, I like to tie a knot first with twine just because it gives you a little more stability while you're tying your bow. I'm going to push those together a little bit and then tie the bow. Okay, we'll floof up our bow. Now if your bow's not behaving, you can use a little glue dot to kind of position it where you want it. Okay, I'm going to leave the tails a little long, but I want to even them out. That looks good. And we can go ahead and, let's go ahead and pop this up onto the card. You can see it doesn't really matter the size or position of your piece in the back. It's just something you can use to stamp on. You could pop that green piece up on top of the white so it was a little more distance between the white and the green, but because I did the pop-up of the sweet, I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Then we're going to go ahead and tuck this one kind of, oops, I might need to move this down a little bit more. I'm going to tuck that kind of under here, like so. Let's go ahead and just use regular adhesive for that. And we'll get that under there and under there. Okay, and then this one, let's pop it up over the string. So we'll use a little bit of dimension up here and down here so we can straddle that string. And I'm gonna just go ahead and put that like right about there. Looks good. Now we need some bling here. I think I have, what do I have? Oh, I have some iridescent pearls. Let's go ahead and add a couple of those. Where's my, here it is. Like, take your pick tool. I'm gonna go ahead and just do one there with a little one here, and then we'll add another little one there. There we go. Super cute and really, really fun. And there you have it, a really fun little card. Actually, just because I'm in the mood, let's go ahead and add some Wink of Stella. I think these cherries look so cute with Wink of Stella on them. This one is a brand new one, so if you guys have never got a new Wink of Stella, I'll show you how to get them started. So first thing off, you want to twist that off, take the black ring off. That stays off, you can just throw that out. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my cap off, and on the side there's little spots that say push. You're just going to squeeze your pen until the glitter starts to come down into the barrel, and then kind of slow your squeezing a little bit, or at least the pressure, because you don't want it to just like come out in a big glob. So there's, it came out, so I know it's kind of flowing into my pen. Okay, you just want to make sure it gets into the pen itself. There we go. I think we're good now, so that I can throw away. And we're gonna just go ahead and add some glitz to these little cherries. And I love the Wink of Stella because even after I've assembled this, I can kind of just paint right under the other cardstock. So it works really nicely. So I can just kind of go in. Of course, it would have been easier for me to do this before, but all my brilliant ideas come late. So there we have it. We'll just add that glitz, and then I'll see if I can get that to show up on the camera. Super cute, you guys. There, I think you can see a little bit. See that glitter? So fun, right? Super cute card, very easy. So go ahead, if you want to get a, this one won't be included, but of course you can make it if you get the bundle yourself. But the Stamp Club, this is your thank you card. You'll also get a little thank you treat. And then you'll have 2 kits for each of these cards. So you make 8 cards featuring these 4 designs. And of course you'll get some of the pattern paper that I used. You'll get some of the linen thread and their iridescent pearls, which is all the embellishments that I used on those cards. So hopefully you guys like this one as well. I was going to use the linen thread on this one as well, and it would look really cute, I think, because of the crumb cake little stems, but it was on the other side of the room, so I just used what was handy. But I think it would be really cute with that linen thread too, so you could totally recreate this card if you did the Stamp of the Month as well. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next time for another edition of our By the Shore stamping video. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.